Hey everyone, and welcome to the video overview of the Team Builder app. This is the mobile app for iOS. However, the mobile app for Android is identical to iOS. So in this video, I will be doing one video for both mobile apps because it will be applicable to both Android and iPhone. So in the App Store, the new app is called Team Builder Training. The date is July 12, so we have delisted the old app, and the new app is Team Builder Training. So I'm going to go ahead and open this app. I am actually signed in right now. So if you are an athlete or a coach and you are looking to use the app, you have to use an easy join code, or you have to be invited by the admin on the account. And the admin can type in your email, and that will send to your inbox a registration invitation, which you can use to create an account. And then once you create an account, you can download the app and then go ahead and log in to the mobile app. Otherwise, you have an easy join code, and that's easy. You just plug in the code and we'll onboard you onto the mobile app. So this is the dashboard. As you can see, we have an exertion score. The exertion score is based off of inputs from your wearable. So we'll cover the wearable integration in a bit, but basically if you have an Apple Watch, a Garmin, a Whoop, whatever, we will collect that data and give you an exertion and an optional recovery score as well. Next is the workout for the day. Today I do not have a workout, and then below that is the calendar. So I'm going to go ahead and click this middle button on the bottom to go ahead and look at my workout, which today I don't have one. But if I go back to Monday, say I was making up a workout for Monday, this is my workout. So I'll start with a note. I can see my note here. I can click the video to look at the video of the warm-up. I'll go ahead and exit out of that. And then we can go ahead and click this little right-hand arrow on the bottom to scroll exercise by exercise. So I have a dynamic warm-up followed by power clean. So everything is more or less the same as the old app. We can opt out if we would like. We can add a journal entry, and we can attach a video to that journal entry as well. We can also go ahead and add media. And this is like a video or a photo or something from our library as well. And that's kind of a shortcut from the journal entry and then attaching media. The eye icon on the bottom left is kind of like the more info place where a coach can add more information. And then the bottom right is our exercise history, if you have any. So going through this, you can see this is the superset for the B grouping. And then finally, I have my circuit, and my circuit description will expand when I click this little arrow. And then I can type in my time in this particular circuit because it is time-based. So when I kind of exit out of the workout entry view, I can see this little tab on the bottom slides up and down. I can go ahead and pull this up, and then I can see some of my stats for this session. So if I go to Power Clean and I go ahead and put in some numbers here, right? I'll just do 135 across the board. Then you'll see that these stats will update sort of in real time. So if I go now to my sliding stats, I've got 5 sets complete, 15 total reps, and there's my tonnage. And my session duration will not end until I finish the last exercise for that session. And then my new PRs will show up, which in this case, 3 sets of 135, put an estimated max at 143 for me. Okay, and then the play button just allows you to start the or resume the workout for that day. So I'm going to go to the top right and click this calendar icon. This is going to show me my schedule month over month. If I go back, I'm going to go to the bottom left and examine the team feed. So the team feed is basically the same as it was before. You can comment, you can fist bump, you can upload media here, including video, pictures, so on and so on. And you can also tag other people who you share a team feed with as well. The leaderboard, same as before, just faster. It's going to go ahead and give you options to search across all these different exercise types. If I just go to back squat, you can see the leader, and then you can see your rank kind of listed there in comparison to the top leaderboard for that exercise. Conversations is our web-based module. So if I want to go ahead and send someone a GIF and say, hey, what's up? It's pretty easy. It's our internal chat app. And this is one-to-one if it's allowed. It's also group-based if it's allowed. Basically, the coach determines how the messaging app is allowed to be used in a team builder account. But it is private or it's group-based, and coaches can also message groups and then disallow replying, so it's more like announcement making. And then I'm going to go to my profile quickly and just take a look at what the profile is. It shows me a snapshot of my latest session. It gives me my stats for my last 7 days and then also my last 30 days. So this is a great way to kind of get a summary of what you've been up to as far as your training goes in your profile. Now at the top right, I'm going to go ahead and click this settings icon, and you can see that you can change to dark mode for the entire app, which is pretty cool. Offline mode will essentially download workouts onto your phone if you have access to cell service or Wi-Fi, and that way if you want to train in an area that doesn't have access to cell service or Wi-Fi, your phone will allow you to input your numbers, and when you step back in to cell service or Wi-Fi, the app will upload those numbers to the cloud to be stored. Account settings are like changing your profile, your email, your name, so on and so on, a lot of optional fields. The wearables integration, I will get to that in a second. And then the communication settings are important. This will essentially allow you to determine what sort of messages you want to get or notifications you want to get. The most important one is push notifications. Push notifications are what going to send those little banner drop downs on your phone and kind of populate on your home screen. You can determine what you want to receive notifications for or not. App icon, you can use a custom app icon or not, and then you can go ahead and sign in with Google or Apple for a single sign-on. Now, going back to the side menu, we covered the dashboard, we covered the workout calendar. The journal has its own dedicated section, and now in the journal section, you can comment. So in this case, the coach said, form and speed look great. Feel free to up the weight. Okay, sounds good, coach. And then I can throw a GIF in there just like before. And same GIF. I really like this GIF. And then now I've gone ahead and replied to the coach. So that's a reply function in here. Commenting, and then I can edit past journal entries. And remember, the journal is basically a way for athletes and coaches to communicate privately as it relates to training. So back squat in this case, and different exercises, shoulder pain, whatever. It's a private sort of journal for coaches to keep notes for themselves, for coaches to keep notes for themselves, and then for journal athletes and coaches to keep journal notes for one another to communicate. Okay, wearables is our integration. So if you have a wearable and your wearable is connected to your phone, TeamBuilder will actually now connect to your phone to pull that wearable data. So iOS or Android, it doesn't matter. As long as your wearable connects to your phone, we can get that data. So in my case, I wear an Apple Watch, and Apple Watch supplies all this information to the iOS, the iPhone that I have, and therefore I'm pulling all this data into TeamBuilder, including heart rate variability, active calories, passive calories burned, hours of sleep, and step count, which is like an indicator of activity. So the exertion score is basically a 0 to 10 score that takes all this data into account, and it essentially takes the time spent in each heart rate zone to sort of accumulate a score for the day. However, this score is smart. Over time, it's going to adjust to your activity. So if you're a generally active person and you have a generally active day, your exertion score is not going to be equal to someone who's been less active and then decides to all of a sudden have an active day, if that makes sense. Maxes and PRs is where you can view your own maxes and PRs for lifts, speed, agility, quickness, conditioning, circuits, and health metrics. And when you click into any one of these, you should get a chart and then showing you some timestamps on these different maxes and when they were set. You can also add new maxes here if your coach allows for it. Lastly, on the side profile, documents and links. This is basically where you access documents that your coach uploads for you or links that your coach is sharing with you, specifically in the documents and links section. It's kind of like a Dropbox or a Google Drive, but in TeamBuilder. And then the settings is where I showed you earlier. You can do things like go to dark mode, turn on offline mode, connect your wearable, and manage all these settings for yourself. So that's the new app for both iOS and Android. I look forward to hearing feedback about how we've done. And in addition to what we've built and what I've showed you in here, the main purpose of this app is to basically improve overall performance and functionality. So this app should be fast, it should load quickly, it should render your data really quickly, and it should work in areas that are low cell or low Wi-Fi environments.